Hi there. In this video we're going to enhance our 2017 themed WordPress blog with a few widgets and plugins, with a secondary aim of trying to do this without touching any code at all. The plan is to give our site extra functionality that's going to be useful to the user, but also provide some hooks for them to increase their time on our site. I'll be using my own site, toddhalfpenny.com, as a demo. I've got it running here in our local instance. As you can see, I've used Customizer to set myself a static homepage with a list of blogs following underneath. There's my homepage there, and I have a list of blogs underneath. What I've also done using the 2017 theme Customizer is set my page width to be 2 columns. This means that I've lost my sidebar. What I want to do is include some of the functionality that sidebars would give me, namely widgets, to give me things like a search area and maybe links to featured or sticky posts. Another feature that I'm going to add is to add hooks to the end of each of my blog posts to try and engage with the user. So maybe I want to add sticky posts again and maybe another search bar. For me to be able to do this, I'm going to use a couple of widgets, plugins, the first being a post in sidebar plugin, which will enable me to add sticky posts to my sidebar. This will get me the content I want, but unfortunately won't let me add it to the pages without digging into code. You can see it's a 5-star rated plugin with about 10,000 downloads. Second, I'm going to use the Widgets on Pages plugin, which is one I've built, which allows me to add widgets into my pages and post content in line. Again, it's a 5-star rated plugin, this time with 60,000 plus active installs. Okay, with both plugins installed, I'm going to go to the Widgets on Pages admin area and create something called a turbo sidebar. This is what Widgets on Pages calls its sidebar areas. So I'm going to add a new one here, and I'm going to call this maybe Hello Page. This is the name of the page that I've got as my static home page. I'll click Publish on this now, and I'm going to copy this shortcode up here, which will allow me to apply it inline. If I now jump to the widgets area in my admin screens, I can see that I've got this Hello Page sidebar now created. This is the turbo sidebar created with Widgets on Pages. And what I'm going to do is add some widgets into this. So let's add a search area. I don't think I'll bother giving this one a title. And I'll also add a post in sidebar widget. I've got one down here predefined, and I've given this the title Featured Post, as you can see. I've also used its config here to define that I want to get posts of post type, and actually I'm overriding this by getting a specific post ID 651. This is the post I want to show people. Now I'm going to save my widget areas. It's all been fairly straightforward. So this is what my home page currently looks like. So let's jump to that post, and what I'm going to do is, before this final paragraph, I'm going to paste in that shortcode that I copied from my turbo sidebar. If I update this post now, and then let's reload the front page of my site and see how it looks. Hey, splendid, I've got my featured post being displayed, which is a link out to that post, and also a search area. Looks good, right? What I can actually do though is to give it a slightly better layout in this format of my homepage, is take advantage of the Widgets on Pages Pro attributes. So let me go here, I'm going to delete the shortcode. And in this page admin area, I can see that I've got this Add Turbo Sidebar button. By clicking this, I then get the option to select the turbo sidebar that I'm interested in. I'm going to use the Hello Page one. And then I get these options to display my number of columns I'm going to use for the widget per screen size. Here I'm selecting 2 for large and wide screens. If I update this now, and then let's go back to our home page and reload, we should see, that's a much better use of my real estate. I can see that widgets are aligned now side by side. What I can show you using the browser DevTools is what it looks like on smaller screen sizes. Let's have a look at this. So going down to small screen sizes, we can see that under my static page content, I've got my widgets now displaying in a single column. Featured post at the top, followed by the search area. And this goes right up to the breakpoint that specifies a large screen size. Let's see that again at a large size. Here they are next to each other again. Next up, I also want to add my sticky post and maybe a search bar to the end of each blog post. And I can do this in a similar way to the first. I'm going to start by creating a new turbo sidebar. Well, let's actually have a look at a post to begin with. Here's one I've written, and you can see that at the end of my post I've got my tags, where it's been posted to, and then some comments. So let's jump in and add another new turbo sidebar. I'm going to call this one after post. I'll call this one after post. I'm going to set it to auto insert, and I say I want to have this auto inserted after the post content. I also want this to only apply to posts and not pages, and I've got some options here about how I might lay these out, again in columns per screen size. I'm happy with having them just in a single column. I'll publish this sidebar now, and if I reload my widget admin screen, I also get this after post sidebar at the top. You can see I'd previously populated this with a search bar again, and another post in sidebar widget, this time with a different title. And in here, in terms of getting the post to display, I'm going to display posts from all categories, and I actually want to display 2 posts as well as any sticky posts. With those now added and the sidebar saved, we should be ready to go. If I jump back to my post that I was looking at earlier and refresh, we can see now that at the end of my post content, I've got my search bar again, and then this "and you might be interested in" section, which is the widget that displays my sticky posts and then 2 further recent posts. And you can see that following on from here is the metadata about tags and categories. But let's say perhaps I didn't want to have this displaying on a particular post. What I can do is jump into editing a particular post. Let's have a look at this one we're currently viewing here. And within the edit screen, as part of the widgets on pages, I get this widgets on pages auto insert box. And what I can do is say I want to exclude this post from having any automatic insert of widgets. So let's go back and refresh the post, and we can see now that after my post content, my widgets are no longer being shown. To see that this is working on the other post still, I'll open a second one, scroll down to the base of the page, and we can see that I have my search widget and also my recent post widget too. And there we have it. With a couple of plugins and no code, I've been able to strongly enhance my 2017 themed WordPress blog, giving my users more functionality. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks.